We ready to do this thing? You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.
Got to crank it up. It's not that loud.
Turn my headphones up.
No, I turned my headphones down.
Nick and your sensitive ears.
Squaring off.
Well, folks, today we have Mr. Nick Lemons from Stereo Integrity with us today. Hello, Nick. It's taken forever to get him back. I was like, these degenerates. Ugh. So, Nick, there's a reason why you're here today. Let's get at a product cam and see what we're looking at here. Boom. Look at those. What are we looking at, Mr. Nick?
We are looking at our new Class A/B amplifiers up top, the top two, and this guy right here snuck in.
It's a big one.
At last minute, and that is our Class D 3,000 watt amplifier.
That's a Class D. It's
Yes,
still
sir.
that big.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, everything's kind of spread kind of weird too. Not what we're used to here at Sundown. It's a totally different setup.
It's weird in a good way.
SQ.
Yeah.
Tell us why it's so good, Nick.
Well, it's so good because we're using top-notch internal components. Most people will zoom in on the TO3s up top, and a lot of companies have used them in the past, but in the beginning, companies didn't really expose them for I don't know what reason. But True was the one that exposed them to begin with.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone's familiar with that. And so since we used them, we're like, hey, why not just put a gigantic piece of plexiglass in here and put covers over the transformers and make everything look good.
Theirs weren't clear. You couldn't see through them like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you can see everything in these.
True had it mounted in the other side, like they came through the heatsink.
As like a regular heat sink on a normal amplifier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So due to it being flipped around and not what we're used to, so to speak, how is it going to dissipate the heat? Explain that theory.
Up here.
Yeah,
I'm
pull it
sorry.
out.
Up here because of you still got it on there. Good. That heatsink.
Yep.
Okay.
So these are nice thick fins, able to dissipate quite a bit of heat. It's an extruded aluminum heatsink, so it dissipates everything as quickly as it can.
I have to say it's pretty damn sexy.
They're actually quite heavy.
Yeah.
The bottom, the actual bottom is actually very thick as well.
Okay.
So that's like solid aluminum down there as well.
Yep.
And it all wraps around. This is one piece from here all the way around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So it's a little less modular on that side. Less something to break, you know.
What he's talking about is, if we can get another picture.
Oh yeah, let me go
there again.
Go back to that screen. Oh, that's definitely not. There we go.
Wrapping around from here
Yeah.
to there.
That's pretty cool.
It's all one piece.
Yeah.
And have we done any real world testing to see how hot they're getting? I mean, the two at the top.
Fahrenheit?
The two at the top are Class AB, right?
Yes, these two are Class AB. The four that we have first are Class AB, and then these Class Ds are coming later.
And Class ABs generally are warmer. They just get warmer in most cases.
But I've had these exact two amplifiers in my daily driver for 2 months now, and I have an hour drive each way to work. And they're in. Well, I have a hatchback, so they're not underneath. Not in a trunk or anything. But there's been no problems at all as far as any thermal issues.
Probably
That's
pretty
good.
cool to the touch, even, I'm sure.
Yeah, you go back there. I mean, they're.
Yeah, but do you beat your stuff, Nick?
Well, at times, yeah, pretty hard.
Nick's beating it. But he puts his earmuffs on. He's like, I want them out. I want everybody else to feel, but not me.
Right. So, no, they when after I get home, usually on the way home in the afternoons when I'll turn it up, and when I go home, open the hatch and put your hand on the amplifiers, it feels a little bit hot, warmer than room temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, for ABs get hot as shit too. So
no, these aren't
when you push them hard.
Yeah, these aren't like cook an egg or anything.
Right.
Good. And in Class D, usually they're a little bit cooler in most cases.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing is a beast, man. I can't wait.
And then you said it's 3,000 watts on that thing.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your different model lines that you're going to come out with here? Oh, first and foremost, shut the lid. Look at this. It's a box. It's a wooden box. It's beautiful.
Oh,
that adds an
latches.
extra $200 right there, doesn't it?
I never thought anybody would be so excited about a box.
No, dude. These
Brian's
are
like,
amazing.
it's a box. Look at it. It's
pretty.
wooden.
No,
it is wooden. It
I
opens.
wish we did shit like this, Jake. Well, you guys did some partnering up on this, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean we're all in the same building anyway. So
Collaboration.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, have your guys talk to his guys that are probably some of your guys anyway, and see if they can make those boxes for our shit.
Nah, man.
You guys, a lot of you guys, like have most people anyway.
The hinges don't even squeak.
This is nice, but a lot of people are like, oh, it's cool. And no, they'll throw them away.
No. They're gonna put them. They're gonna hang them on their walls.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, Brian.
Brian's trying to sell you on the box.
I don't want to hang them on the wall.
Oh, totally.
I would keep them.
Yep.
Oh, dude, if I had like up here, I have these shelves. I would put them on a shelf and kind of show it off a little bit. Like a car audio shop should maybe put it up on top of a display or something.
So, Nick, the factory has sent you their initial audio precision tests on it.
They have.
Yeah.
And we display them proudly on our webpage.
Yeah.
And on that note, most notably, which I think is one of the coolest things about these amplifiers, is the gigantic bandwidth that they're able to play.
Yep.
And I think plus or minus 2 dB, they are flat from 2 hertz to 150,000. Of course,
no shit.
Yeah, we can't hear about 20.
Yeah.
So
I could probably only hear down to maybe 10 now.
probably.
Brian's deaf.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep.
So considered high fidelity. That's beautiful.
Very
yes.
high fidelity.
Very high fidelity.
So let's go over these specs. What are we looking at here? Actually, tell us about the different amps you're going to be producing and what they're going to put out.
Yes, we have 4 models, 4 of the Class AB models to begin with, and everything is, of course, available on our webpage to look at. Mm-hmm. And spec-wise, anyway, the 75.4 is, of course, rated for 75 watts by 4 at 4 ohms. The 125.4 is rated for 125 by 4 at 4 ohms. The 200.2, which is 200 by 2 at 4 ohms.
Simple enough.
And the 200.4, want to take a guess?
Oh, I don't know, Nick. Might get it wrong.
200 by 4 at 4 ohms. And the cool thing about the 200.4 is, this guy right here, the 200.4 is literally 2 of these together.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's mirrored.
It'd be about
it's
this size. Well, a little bit longer than that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be almost twice as wide as this one, because you take this one, like you said, and flip it over and
Just
mirror
flip it
it,
over.
and that's what it looks like.
That's really cool.
Super cool.
So for those people asking, this one's symmetrical, but that one's not. That's why, because that one literally is half of a 200.4.
Yep.
Right. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool.
So no monos at the moment, or is this one's gonna be a mono, right?
Yeah, mono.
Mono.
But that's still prototype phase.
Yeah, and then we have a 1500, but we're moving really quickly on these. So we're going to have this 3000 and a 1500 really soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's nice that he can get amps faster.
Well, it did take a while still.
Yeah.
But the shortages aren't as acute on like the Class AB stuff, and these are more. This amp actually transistor wise is not that different than like an SAZ 3500.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like overbuilt. It's like a tank.
Now I want to ask you the hard question. I didn't prepare you for this.
Okay.
And I forgot to. But I'm sure you can just off the tip of your tongue.
Just run, Nick. Get out.
Let's get out.
In general, what makes amplifiers like these better? We're going to do quotations. Better than something you would find, like for instance, like our SFB or SAE 3000. Like if we're talking 3000 or 3000, or like our 200 by 4 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What makes that better, so to speak? I don't like using that term because there's so many different roller coasters.
A couple of things real quick. Number one is internal circuitry, and the other thing too is the numbers that we have on our webpage, the graphs we have on our webpage, the audio precision graphs. Mm-hmm. So these are extremely linear as far as frequency response wise, and also you can see the THD levels are exceptionally low. So a lot of amplifiers are okay, and most customers are okay with like this right here. I'm looking. The THD numbers on these 4 initial Class ABs, all of them are below 0.03%.
Okay.
And most companies are okay with 0.1.
Mm-hmm.
Or even 1.
Or even 1.
Nowadays.
You're a 0.3.
What's THD?
Yeah. Total harmonic distortion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The bad sounding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the Sundown line, we don't sell any Class AB amps anymore.
No. Damn it! Oh, the THD thing. Mm-hmm. And this may be an ignorant question, because sometimes I don't know everything, guys. Alternator line, that you would be less susceptible to alternator line to lower your THD.
That's unrelated.
It's not related.
Yeah, that has to do with
I know it has to do with
power
ground
and
loop
the
and all
ground
that
loop
stuff.
and
I thought that THD, the cleanliness of the sound, so to speak, it helps with that, like the sensitivity.
Nah.
That's part of the sensitivity.
No, it's not part of sensitivity either.
Yeah, I just messed that all up. We're going to have to cut this part out.
That's one giant bakak.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Nah, these things are really, really badass. And, Nick's been in business for like 20 years selling sound quality gear. So it's
21.
about 21 years. So it's about time to see some stereo integrity amps come out.
Yeah.
Holy cow, your career can drink, Nick.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
don't think about that way.
We need to crack open.
Some beer to stereo integrity.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was so stiff. Let me go grab something.
Dang, that is
That's what
awesome.
she
I
said.
never even thought about that. My company can drink now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And go on dates unsupervised.
We need
and
to get
stuff
like a
that.
big mug that says SI on it and pour a beer in it and be like, there, you drink it.
Drink it.
You can do one further, like I don't know how, but like put a hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
So when we fill it up, it doesn't stay full the whole time.
It just goes away.
Really funny. Do you have a seltzer there? You have a seltzer.
You want a seltzer, Nick? Do you like seltzers?
I'm not wearing a tampon today, so no, I'm fine. It's okay though. I have had a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know where they're great at? The pool.
I like them because I'm trying to watch this boyish figure of mine.
No, seriously. My wife, she brought some seltzers in I think they were the White Claw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she brought those out to the pool one time. I was like, oh,
They're not
yeah.
bad at the pool.
Yeah, well, I was like, oh, they're so girly, whatever. But that's the only thing that we brought. And then I was like, well, I'll drink these drinks, kind of trying to hide the logo, like, as insecure as I was. Ooh,
Dude, I actually think those are the best tasting ones.
I had like 4 or
White
5 of them,
Claws.
and I went, I got to detox a little bit before I,
Yeah.
wait for an hour or two
Grab-
before I
grab
drive
you
home.
ones.
Someone should make.
And they were actually really good, too.
Someone should make like sleeves to put on the cans that say things like man syrup or something, or burly
Man
beer.
syrup. That's what Nick puts on his beard to make it look like that.
Somebody should invest in this. Like
Yeah.
chick drink sleeves for your
Well,
can.
they're all a smaller can, so the standard sleeves won't work.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
when you put these in a normal koozie, it's just like
just-
throwing a
even
hot-
better. Even better. Make them slim, but they say like Coors Light or Miller Light or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Does that
Man
make
juice.
sense? So it'd be just like a skinnier Coors Light.
It's not
Maybe,
that big
bro.
a deal. There's plenty of men drinking these. We're fine.
I know.
You're the only one, Brian,
I
right
referenced
now.
it in the beginning. It was actually my insecurity. I'm like, ooh, I need a big beer instead.
Well, we have some cores in there.
We do. Cures.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Ooh.
No, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
So back to our discussion about them being so-called better. What are some
Yeah.
other things that we're looking at here that may help?
Amps are really kind of simple devices. It makes your the signal bigger.
Yeah.
And so it does that without imparting any additional information.
Well, we like to use the word filtering a lot, you and
Yeah.
I, and the factories. Explain some of that because I'm sure there's a lot of it going on here.
Well,
in
that's
front of us.
honestly like what we were talking about. We're talking about like SFBs and stuff like that. Is
Mm-hmm.
like the output chokes and stuff like that. But you don't have any of that in Class ABs. You don't,
Right.
because the reason that the Class D has it is you have all these carrier signals from the power supply for PWM going on. But ABs don't have
Less
that.
clicking around.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you see these big inductors here, these are the output filters on this amp. But
Okay.
the ABs you don't see that at all because
Gotcha.
they don't need it.
So you're not going to get dinged for a turn-on click when you're in the SQ lane.
Yeah.
But what's really cool? These relays sound like real manly relays when they turn on.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not a turn on click like electrically from the amplifier, but there's like you said, it's a satisfying click when the relays engage.
Oh, it sounds very
that's
manly.
I like
cool.
a satisfying click.
Yeah.
So what's a turn on? I know you get like all kinds of points deducted for silly
Well,
things.
sometimes
Like-
your speaker will actually go boom.
Oh, okay.
Can
Can you also get some kind of something when the song changes?
So
the
I-
song changes, you get some sort of.
Hopefully not.
Depends on your setup. Yeah.
Yeah,
When
hopefully
I
not.
say pop, I mean
You
speaker.
can, though.
When I say click, I meant amp.
Yeah.
I meant amp on that one.
Yeah.
So these will click when they turn on.
Yeah. Just
All amps do that.
Just the relay.
from the relays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty exciting.
But no pops.
No.
Did you see this sexy bar in the 3K?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see.
This
if
is
we
what. This is actually 2 boards joined together, and there's this really sexy stereo integrity.
Can you zoom in, Brian?
It's-
Check this out. Hang on.
Not
Let
not
me,
while
let
I'm
me
recording.
do that. See.
Can we pick it up?
Yeah.
Right there in the middle.
There you go.
That's what links the boards together with the actual power.
That. Which
And
is
it's
super
like
cool.
yeah.
So you could put some fusing in there if you wanted to.
Well,
it's almost
it's
like
all-
a mini A&L size.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, but I mean, inside of there, underneath of there, is actually solid copper.
Yep.
Well, that's sexy.
So it's really cool.
Yeah. So the power supply board and the output board are actually two separate boards. Which theoretically, if you needed to repair the amp in the future, you could just buy whichever one was damaged.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of cool.
Well, how about that?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna bring in some parts? Hopefully, nobody blows these things.
I mean,
Most of your customers are gonna run these. Aren't like our customers.
in this crowd, it's so unlikely that someone's going to break one of these because they're all massively overbuilt. If you look at the power supply in this thing, for this one, it's got 8 IRF 3205s. IRF 3205s are the same ones
Product cam.
we used them in like an SAZ 4500.
Yeah.
Now we had like 32 of them in there, but this is 8 of them in a 200 by 2. You know,
And you
mids
can
amp.
even
Yeah.
see the size of these.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're, small and dinky
Yeah,
and
these
whatever.
TO3 transistors are just really rugged, you know.
Well, good.
And this guy over here, like I said, the FET setup is similar to like an SAZ 3500.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're all the way down.
Yeah, and SAZ 3500, like people in competition were running them at a quarter ohm and all this crazy stuff. And Nick's customers are never going to do any of that. They're never going to have a problem with these amps. They're going to be reliable for 20 years.
I really enjoy that copper look that you're going on the inside of that. Was it a transistor cover or something?
Yeah, transformer covers.
Transformer
Yeah.
cover.
I always suggested the product cam because I can't see anything of what you guys are talking about. That's how I was looking.
Hell, you have to watch the video later, Donnie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So,
So, does that help with anything? Having the copper on that?
Not necessarily
It's
the
just
copper,
more for
but I mean,
aesthetics.
it does help.
yeah,
It is a
shields
shield.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
shields the transformer.
Well, that's pretty.
Man, it's freaking cool. And so, Nick, why don't we talk about people will be pairing these with your SQL subwoofers?
Yeah, that's the other cool thing too. The 2 different models that we have, of course, we mentioned it before, is a 1500 and a 3000. So the SQLs are rated, but the 12s and the 15s are rated at 1000 watts RMS. But putting a 1500 on each one of them would be cool,
Yes.
as long as you don't go crazy and start clipping the nuts off of
Yeah,
it,
when they're using them like they're intended to be used for sound quality.
which will be fine.
This is 1 ohm stable, right?
Yes, this one's 1 ohm stable, and so is the other one.
Could you do 3 dual? Could you do 3 woofers and run it down to 0.6, like 3 dual 4s down to 0.6 on that amp and be all right? Is it?
Maybe two-
Probably, but I don't know that
Yeah,
Nick
people
would
are gonna-
officially,
yeah,
he wouldn't
people are gonna
officially endorse that.
Yeah.
Well, you know how with like with our amps,
2 and 2,
there's a
1 and
there's a bit
0.6.
of a window there. Is
Yeah.
there less window on this?
I mean, this thing is overbuilt. It's a tank, so more than likely it'll be fine.
Could.
I really,
But-
most 1 ohm stable amps,
I wouldn't-
0.6 is totally fine.
Yeah.
So do your coils read a true dual 4?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't think.
Well,
they
they're
will.
actually a little bit lower than that.
Well, then maybe you might have some.
Be a little bit lower
troubles.
than a 0.6 for you.
Uh,
But a pair would be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna
So
get,
that-
we're gonna
you're
get
gonna
3
run-
and put them in my car.
Aren't you going to run one of these, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I initially thought about running 2 of those in the Passat, but I decided not to. I'll probably just run this one on a pair of SQL 15s.
Yeah.
Or actually a pair of SQL 12s, because
And
they'll
Nick-
fit in the same spot.
How many SQLs have you gotten back for being blown so far?
0.
0.
That's crazy.
Now, word around the campfire is there's supposedly one out there
Yeah.
that needs a drop-in recone. But I haven't been officially contacted. I haven't received a phone call.
You just
anything.
heard through the
I
grapevine.
heard through the grapevine.
That means he had
someone-
5,000 watts on it. He doesn't even. He's embarrassed.
that someone was requesting a drop-in, and that was one, and that was it.
Yeah, they've been super reliable.
hmm
So,
Yeah,
Nick, we can tell more about the SQL while you're here because you're not on here much.
I know. So yeah,
Whatever you want, Nick.
so the SQLs
My
are
door's always open.
yeah, they'll be here any week now, almost a day.
They
but
they might be here tomorrow.
I don't want to I don't
Do you
want
have
to
a
say
container tomorrow?
We have 3 containers,
containers
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Whoa, when did this happen?
It was a surprise.
While you're in here cleaning.
Yeah.
hold
I
on,
got
hold on, one
scheduled.
second.
it's okay. It's okay.
You bring it. You gonna be catering tomorrow? There's 3 trucks.
Yeah, they actually might be here tomorrow, Nick. I need to check the packing list, but the 3 that we're getting tomorrow were supposed to be later, and the ones that we were supposed to be getting now got delayed. But the universe switched the batches.
Well,
It's been happening
these
a lot.
came in like surprise.
Yeah,
surprise.
they didn't even schedule the container. Just here's a container. I was like, what the hell's in there?
Yeah, yesterday we received a container. Didn't tell us nothing. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, good morning to you.
It's like
too.
it's a container. We'll take it. We need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a text from Jake. Hey, check this out. And there's all these amplifiers, and right in the middle,
Yeah.
Yep.
SIQs. I'm like,
I'm kind of
that's
glad we
cool.
waited until these all came in with the wooden boxes to
Isn't
do
that
your
cool?
show.
Yeah.
Now
Look
I know why it took you so long to come back on.
That's right.
You just
Yeah.
wanted to wait till we had
Yep.
some.
Of course, I want to show you how they really look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of going, hey, this one, well, like this one, you know, it doesn't have the copper covers, not copper colored covers,
There's
and there's no
box.
wooden box
Right.
and everything else. So I'm like, oh.
I saw on your live thing you did earlier, you were showing there's parts inside the box that go along with the amp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Can you show this, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Let me do that here. Here we go. So they're on the side. Those are the mounting
These are
feet?
the mounting feet. Yep. And then you got your screws and fuses here.
How does that go? Is there like a notch it fits
It's
in?
on the bottom,
Oh, okay.
and it actually lifts the amp up a little bit so that the bottom gets some airflow.
Oh, that's really cool.
I don't know if you can see them, but there's 3 screws on either side.
So it gives you about a 1/4 inch of airflow underneath the amp.
You know,
I
and if
like
somebody
that.
was so inclined and they wanted to make a custom bracket, they'd have somewhere to mount it on the amp.
These things are heavy.
Eat your Wheaties.
Oh, seriously.
That's cool. And they come with the screws.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and these things just tanks, man.
Yeah, so getting back to real quick, the SQLs, hopefully they'll be here any day. I almost
Maybe tomorrow.
had to stop myself because usually I want to say weeks or months, because if you say
Oh,
days, then
we understand.
people see it and
Yeah.
they'll email me
totally
tomorrow. Hey,
understand.
you said yesterday you'll be here any day now.
Right.
So
I don't see I don't see any tracking movement.
Yeah, but they're fairly low inductance especially for its high stroke driver. You're looking at 28 millimeters one way linear, and the driver only weighs right around 30 pounds. So actually a little bit less than that.
Yeah,
So
weight wise, it's comparable to like an SA version 2.
yeah,
Did you say what it was rated?
yeah, for
1,000?
1,000 watts.
1,000.
Yep, each.
They're dual 2, dual 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yep, and they work in super small enclosures, 1
Yep.
cubic foot sealed for the 12, and 2 cubic foot sealed for the 15.
And Nick, you have at least one more run of BMs coming, right?
Yes, I have a run of
valve movements, really?
yeah the shallow mount carbon fiber coned woofers. The 12 is 3.4 inches deep
Yeah.
and ready for 500 watts RMS. I need to actually check the orders and see if I need to close them down or not.
Yeah.
All right. Now, speaking of orders, I heard you just talking recently on your live thing that pre-order pricing's still up, but it's about to not be.
For these.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
these two models
Correct.
are physically here.
Let's
yeah.
go
They're actually
to
here.
your website real quick here.
Yeah, pre-ordering's up there.
All right. So this would be would be the page.
Yeah,
All right.
pre-ordering's gonna be shut down on Monday or Tuesday.
What's the percent it's going up to?
Hit the buy
okay,
product there.
Yep, when you can see it.
There we go.
Can you see it? Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see it.
Okay, so the gray price is the original price it's going to go to. Okay,
Right.
so that's a pretty good discount you got right now.
Exactly.
It's about 10%.
And they're like Jake just mentioned, they are here.
Yeah.
So
So
The
it's
first
not even
two,
a pre-order by this time.
Yeah.
Better get your
the first two are here.
orders
The
in.
second two will be here probably either end of this month or middle of March.
You're gonna
latest.
put up the show, Brian, and then it's gonna be over.
Well,
Make sure you
when are
get your
doing this?
pre-orders in.
I don't know. I was planning on ending it on Monday or Tuesday. But
Oh, you're good. I'm
when you
going to
put it
post
up
this. I'm
tomorrow.
posting it tomorrow.
You
Yeah.
do,
They
okay.
They'll
got
have
the inside
weekend.
info.
They'll have the
Orders are going to pour in this weekend.
Hey, they're gonna they'll have this weekend.
Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
stereointegrity.com. You'll just go to amplifiers. And
Yep.
Yeah.
you'll
Hey,
see
you
right
could
there.
you could actually show them the SQLs and the BM and stuff while you're looking
Oh, yeah.
at next page.
Hover over the products
Yeah.
and
So
click subs.
Yeah.
You still got your components, right?
I do. I've got the 3.5s. The
I
tweeters
really
are being made, and the
I
six,
really like your components.
6.5s are still in development. But scroll down.
Of course, we got pictures of the 24s, right?
Of course. And then there in the next row,
The
far
Bourbons.
left, SQL.
SQL there. There we go.
Yeah.
BM.
I need to get that picture redone because that's actually how they look. They have got the black on black, the black logo on a black cone.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
So that's them.
So yeah, click the motor one there. Yeah, it's pretty sexy.
And it comes with the white frame?
White frame. They do have motor boots on
Motor
them.
boots, yeah.
And then if you click the next picture to the right is the BL and suspension curve.
Yeah, down at the bottom, it's just white.
See
It's
it?
hard to see.
I don't see what you're talking
Right-
about.
right next to the
right
picture you
beside
clicked
the
on.
one with the white frame. You see?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Clipple.
I did not see it. Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Wow. Good job,
So-
Nick.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so she can throw down if you want to, or if you want to do
You could dance if you want to.
orchestra music and whatnot, you can do that too.
Yeah, for people that aren't familiar with Clipple, those are really nice looking graphs.
Yeah,
very
that's-
very symmetrical.
Right. That's pretty.
So we can hit up the BM as well. We can show people the BM.
I've always always liked your BMs. Sorry.
He can't help himself. Your bowel movement.
No, I like it. I like these newer ones with the carbon fiber cones.
It's unfortunate you can't see the motor because the motor looks cool too.
Yeah, it's
Well, everything's encased in the frame, right?
it's a Neo cluster
I'm
motor.
surprised you don't have a picture of the back.
I used
sexy,
to.
though.
I don't know why I don't. But most of the people who are buying these, most of the time, are usually
Pass me a Coors Latte.
previous customers. A lot of return customers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
End up
you've been
grabbing
making these since Jake met you, right?
No, not
no.
quite. No, Nick was making the original mags when I met him.
Oh, the mags. I forgot.
And we did
those.
the heyday of these guys was the white basketed BM. Technically, would have been the Mark III, because the Mark II, the first BM was a big woofer. When I say big woofer, normal size woofer.
Yeah.
The Mark II was a big ferrite slug, which didn't have enough motor force, and we switched over to Neo for the Mark III, and that was what actually took off.
I think those are the ones that I remember seeing because they were still small. Like
That was in
these.
Troutman.
Yeah, Troutman.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I remember the Troutman days.
Yeah, that was.
Speaking of BMs, remember having to walk all the way to the bathroom? That was like a mile away.
Man, that was way. I forgot about that. That was way out there.
Hey, while we got Nick, he's got his components. We can talk about them.
He does.
Hey, click on the tweeter.
All right, let me.
Because we're coming out with and the 3. Because Aaron Hardison from Aaron's Audio Corner,
Oh yeah, he did that review.
he reviewed the M3 Carbon.
And what did he say about the Thiel Smalls, Nick?
He said that they were the most accurate Thiel Smalls that he's ever measured from a manufacturer.
Bam.
Wow. From a manufacturer, huh?
Know that some people on the internet that might be an administrator of a certain group might be upset about that, but
That's okay. So click on, I guess, on the far right, that woofer's in development. So don't click on that.
Oh,
There's almost
I
nothing there.
he already did.
I prematurely clicked, Nick.
I didn't even know it said 404, not found, but I'll change that. But click on the M3 Carbon, and those are in stock, and those are the ones that Aaron
pretty.
recently measured. And so if you scroll down, we've got frequency responses, again, from Klippel, and also
Look at that.
They mirror Aaron's findings almost identically.
Basically,
Wow.
totally flat to 10,000.
So you can.
Yeah.
Where's that at? What's this right here? Like 5K.
The
or
last
6K?
one is 10,000. It's like it's flat to
Oh,
there.
So like this. So you can literally cross them all the way up to 10K and be all right.
Yeah, if you're listening on Access, yeah.
Yeah, maybe bring it to 8K, so it should be around here. But still,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And where's your low end on this? Where's it really
the FS,
dipping?
the FS is 125, so
Okay.
if you wanted to, you could run them down that low, but we don't recommend it a lot of times. That's actually the full bandwidth of it, but
So
I wouldn't
you-
do that to a 3.5.
Like
oh, that's
300?
right. This is the mid.
That's a 3.
Oh God, I was thinking this was the 6.5. Dude, this is amazing for a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
God.
Well,
You-
3.5
so,
to OD.
So you wouldn't even need to cross it that low because you have a mid
No.
to go along with it.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
have a mid base.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
most people are going to cross them around 500.
Yeah,
300 to 500. And then there's a tweeter.
Look at that
Tweeter's
sexy
always
tweeter. Look at that
sexy.
thing.
Now for production, we're not going to have the engraved stereo integrity text. It'll just be that grill.
It is.
And that's it.
Those are pretty. Let's look. Oh, you don't have a graph on this one.
Oh, man.
Come on, Nick.
I'll do that tonight.
Get the website going.
I do have Klippel.
Yeah, we can't talk about websites.
I know.
Yeah, I do have a frequency response from those from Klippel. The cool thing about that little tweeter is if you scroll down again, there's a CAD image of the back, but I do have actual images, but it does look like that. So the terminals are hidden. I say hidden; they're exposed, but they're flush,
Yeah.
so they don't stick out. And it's actually a really shallow tweeter. And what
Plays really low, right?
yes, that's what that's what I forgot about. So the
Well, what size is it, Twitter?
it's a 25 millimeter dome.
That's 1 inch?
So yeah, it's 1 inch.
Okay.
And this tweeter's the FS on this tweeter is 1,000 hertz, so it can play incredibly low. So you can mate it to whatever you want to.
Aren't you using like the XPL squared stuff on this stuff on tweeters
not
too?
not on the tweeter and the mid. I'm using it on the 6.5 though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
pretty.
we
awesome.
have a tuned rear chamber.
Now, since out of
on that.
stock, when are we going to see those come back?
As soon as they get done with production.
Cool.
So-
Have these been out yet? I
No.
assume. I thought they have.
No, not this exact one. I've had tweeters before, but they were much bigger.
And so, Nick, also, you hand build like your big home theater subs. A lot of people don't know this, but Nick can custom build you some shit. Like if you want an infinite baffle sub,
Mhm.
Nick's got you.
Yeah, your 24s come in two different types, right?
Yeah.
You got an IB version and a.
And you've done 18s for IB, right?
Right, I've done 18s for IB.
Yep.
Sit there and we can adjust and tailor the QTS of the driver.
Yep.
Not just from the suspension either. We can custom magnetize the woofers to reach a 707 alignment.
Yep.
You know, that
Or
makes sense because
707 QTC rather.
because you were telling me because I was interested in doing an IB setup in my car,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, I would like to use a nightshade motor, and you're like, well, we're gonna have to demag that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that. I guess that's how
Yeah.
it works. You don't need all that motor force for an IB setup.
Right, because in an IB setup, you want your QTS of your driver to be as close to, in a sealed enclosure, most people's target is a 707 alignment.
Mm-hmm.
So your QTS in IB is your QTC in a sealed box. So you want to be as close to a 0.70 as you can in IB, your QTS anyway. So we can custom magnetize them and get them up there.
Yep. That's something that Nick does.
Or demagnetize them.
I see him rolling back and forth with his cart to the magnetizer.
Yeah. Because every time I go back to the magnetizer, people are like, what are you doing? Am I switching the wires? Why are you doing that? Because I'm demagnetizing.
Do you build the woofer first?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, it's like because you can just flip the motor upside down. It'll do the same thing.
Yeah, but this way we can demagnetize a certain amount, go measure it, and go back.
Be careful.
Doing what?
Before you touch those wires, do you make sure nobody's used it in a while?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not that dumb.
Also, just use one hand.
Yeah, put the other one behind your back.
Oh, the other day I was demagnetizing a motor, and I made sure it was off, right? I made sure it was off for a while, and I'm sitting there, doing my thing, and I was like, okay, it's been, 5 or 10 seconds. It's cool. So I went to go touch the first wire, and Stevie had just hit play on his tester. So as soon as I touched the wire, it was
I'm dead.
I was like, this is it. My life's over. But it was just Stevie playing a tone through the speaker.
That's funny.
Stevie got you. Didn't even realize who's going to get you.
And he didn't even do it on purpose. It was just how it happened.
Perfect universe.
Yeah, it made him smile. He needs a smile. So.
He did laugh pretty good at that one.
Good old Beebs.
Pretty sure I peed a little.
Just a drop. A drop.
Well, that's awesome to see that these are actually finally rolling out.
Yeah, man. So Stereo Integrity doing a big time, bigly,
That's right.
big day.
Oh, speaking of big,
Speaking of big,
we've got
tell me about your big thing, Nick.
A lot of SQLs coming in.
A lot.
So it's not like the last time where
a metric ton.
Yeah, last time was great. We sold out of what we not only did pre-ordering go really well. We sold about half the production run of in pre-orders, and then when the actual woofers got here, they were gone in about a month and a half. Mm-hmm. So this time we've got a lot of SQLs coming in, so people are buying them on pre-order now, and when they have them in, it's not like they're going to be gone in a couple weeks. They're going to be here for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Awesome.
So Nick, we should tell them that one of the other things we're working on. We're doing where we have the concept of the ultimate SQ sub.
No more Coors Light.
You want to tell them about that?
Yeah. So Nick and I were actually not drinking Coors Light. It was like hoppy beers. We're like, bro.
Were you on the toilet when you had the epiphany?
No, not this time. I was drinking beer at Nick's house. We're like, we should make a super cool SQ sub, because me and Nick think a certain way. Like, we came up with our philosophies in like the X-Max Wars eras and stuff, and like X-Max linearity, boom, 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 boom. But there's people that like other types of subs, like more moderate excursion drivers that might have higher second order harmonics, but they like that, And so me and Nick were like, well, hell, like if we know that that's what you want, we can tailor the sub to sound exactly like those other subs. Like some of the high end subs, I put quotes because the way me and Nick think, they're not that impressive, but people love them. They love them, and we can't criticize somebody's personal opinion of their sound. That's what they want. So we were like, dude, let's make the best one ever. Like low moving mass, like natively low inductance, like all that stuff. But maybe we put like a monster coil on it,
Yeah, monster coil.
But light coil.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say it. Because we were talking about, like you said, monster coil and some really cool tricks that we won't divulge until at least we have the first prototype. But
it'll look
the
weird.
cool thing is about inductance wise, we might actually pull out a trick that's we've known about for a while.
Yeah.
And have either no inductance or negative inductance.
Yeah.
What?
Do you have negative?
What did I just say?
Yeah, you can.
I can see on your show if it's a feed like all these replies like, what do you say? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot. But no, there is a way to make inductance so low that it actually becomes negative.
Stereo, no integrity.
I mean, what's past zero though?
Negative.
Yeah, but like
there's anti-inductance.
Yeah.
Does it cook you the dinner because
the impedance goes down?
Does it make a woman come out and actually sing on the dash?
No, like you said, the impedance goes down instead of an impedance rise. I don't know if people can see me, but after FS there's an impedance rise, and so sometimes you can have fairly flat inductance, but this time
so
it'll
it starts
actually
to
go
come
down.
back down. Well,
wow, these are great. They made Dolly Parton appear in my car.
So yeah, we could do that, and so a 12-inch sub.
That's really cool.
Play incredibly high.
Yeah,
and the ratio of LE to RE would be just bonkers.
Yeah.
Did you say what size of coil was it? I didn't hear that part.
We have not divulged this. It'll be another joint venture with Nick and myself.
Yeah.
And speaking of joint ventures, we're trying to bring the HT18s back.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes,
no
yes.
shit.
Like the low cost.
Are we gonna
HT18s.
kind of keep them the way they were, or are you gonna do?
Got a new basket.
Mm-hmm.
The motor will be pretty similar to the previous version, but a new basket.
The V2, right?
And we're tooling a new cone body just to meet the new basket and reduce moving mass a little bit and things like that.
And those were
They were
cheap.
great. They're great.
But they were cheap and not cheaply made. They're damn good woofers.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it around 200. You know, there's been some materials cost increases, but it'll be as close to 200 as possible.
We can't beat that for a home 18-inch
No,
subwoofer.
no.
Mm-mm.
And a bunch of people ended up buying them for a car just because it was a cheap 18.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Which the really cool thing was not really a whole lot of them got blown. I mean, in comparison to how many were sold.
I think
Yeah, it's
my
pretty good.
theory is you ever. Never mind. Nope.
Yeah, Bryan?
Sometimes my analogies don't work too well. But yeah, they were a good price, and a lot of people that contacted us to rebuild them, we just put SA parts in them.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
And so now they got a stiffer woofer. You know, something they can throw a little more power on.
Well, there for a while, I mean, we had, however it worked out, they were in the warehouse. We used to have cones with the surrounds on them, but then those, got used up. And then, but you still had your foam surrounded SA18 cones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this will be kind of similar. You know, like if you tear it up, we'll be able to rebuild it some way or the other, whether it's original parts or not. I'll tell you what I miss. I miss the DS4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I love that woofer. It was a 4-inch coil, short 4-inch coil driver.
Yeah. Not that short, though. It was
Short compared to like our shit.
It was a 2-layer.
Yeah. That's the only thing about it. It was only 2 layers.
Nick and I had this thing, a 4-inch coil. We had, was it 35 millimeters of X-Max? It was like really high.
It was at least 30.
I love the cone and surround
Oh,
situation.
that was
full dish dust cap. You know, so we had 30-some millimeters of excursion. We had a 4-inch coil. We had ridiculously low native inductance. We had all this. Everything box was checked off. The price was great. We don't know. Like they just weren't that popular.
Because they were something like $280 or $250.
It was cheaper than the Dayton Ultimax.
It was crazy.
I was just about to say that's what it was kind of going after was a Dayton.
Yeah.
That thing was awesome. I think I still have one here.
I have 2 of them here.
I rebuilt one for you, or not? Well, yeah, it was for you. I think it was for one of yours.
Yeah.
I remember. Rebuilt it and had to use totally different parts because we didn't even have the parts to rebuild those.
No.
So if you do ever come back out with that woofer, you're gonna have to get at least
because
50 recones.
Like I said, I kept 2.
It was a great sub.
They were right outside of my area at the last shop, but in this shop they were back there, and I was like, hey, those 2 subs better still be back there.
I wonder if we should try it again.
I don't think so.
No.
I think let's see what happens with the HTs first. Let's see that.
So that was cool. So I know we covered this last time that Nick was on the show, but I've known Nick for a billion years now. I don't even know how many years anymore. 25? I don't know. How old are we? I don't know.
Well, we were roommates in college.
Yeah, long time.
That's a cool thing. Yeah.
Lost track of time. Known Nick a long time, so we've done some projects
Don't
together.
throw it. You're gonna break something.
No.
We've done some projects together over the years, and actually I sold Nick subwoofers to people in my college classes and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Bromance.
I was looking at my phone. I got to get.
All right. Well, hey, Nick.
It's been fun, though.
I want to thank you very
We'll do
much
this again.
for coming.
You got to come on another time. We'll do like a live show if you can stay later.
Look, for those of you that are really interested in these, the pre-order ends Monday, he states. So if you want a good price, go ahead and do it. They're here.
They're here.
Go for it.
These 2 models.
Those 2 models. Which ones?
75.4, 202.
Okay. So the other one's, sometime down the road.
Soon.
And if you see them shipping from Sundown Audio, there's no conspiracy theory here. Nick just works in the building. I didn't buy him out. We just worked on this project together. I did not buy Nick out.
They literally leave, even if it has my label on it. They go out of y'all's shipping hub anyway.
Right.
Like anything, whether it's my,
Yeah.
but it's whatever. It's a 24
There's a couple
or whatever.
companies in this building. All use the same.
Yeah.
area,
There's what?
so.
At least 5 companies in this building.
Yeah, we got the moving guys. We got what are those other guys? Medical supplies.
Real estate shit?
There's a medical
maybe.
something.
Then there's an accountant in here.
Apex.
There's
and
the
then,
Apex. There's
Johnny, and then Nick, and then us.
So people always see that. Ooh,
Well, then you also got the little other things. So you got Sundown Unofficial.
Yeah.
There's Sundown After Dark.
It's true.
Then there's
Giovanni
Basehead.
Giovanni does his
Basehead teams.
TikTok.
Yeah. So we're all trying to do our little extra money thing over here. Anyway, Nick, thank you very much for coming on the show. I really hope you big success in these. Dude, they're such beautiful amplifiers.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, I'll have to come on here next time I can stay for as long as I want
Yeah,
to.
bro.
Yeah, you're
It'd be
good,
cool.
dude. That's why I'm recording the show today, because we can do a little earlier.
Yeah, we'll
that
usually
day.
be here till like 6 if we do a show.
It's like maybe like a taxi home or something. It'll cost me like $500, but
Don't worry, we'll get you home.
Yeah.
We've
All right,
all
dudes.
gone to bed.
I'm
You
gonna
have a
take us
wonderful evening, man.
all right,
See you
We're going to keep at it for a little bit.
cool.
We're gonna keep.
Should
yeah,
we do the
just
thumbnail now?
No, I already did a thumbnail earlier with the product.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So, yeah,
See you,
we're-
Nick.
We're good.
have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye, Nick.
Do you need a traveler?
I'm gonna leave.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
I'll leave this here.
All right.
All right, thank you. We'll keep it there.
I guess I'll take Nick's
Hey,
seat.
when this is
Oh,
done,
it's symmetrical.
Can you guys take this out to Derek?
Yes.
He's gonna. Dine
Yes,
Dino.
we'll. Derek's gonna do a Dino video, so
Cool.
just check
We
that
gotta
out.
leave in the
Check that
awkward
out
Nick
on
leaving the
official.
room stuff in the video.
Yeah. Oh, totally, totally. Yeah.
He's got sponsibilities.
Look at that ass. Look at that ass, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Is that beer empty?
So it's been a couple weeks since we've done a show. Sometimes we just don't got nothing to talk about. Other times we're busy as shit. I got my tattoo. We had my birthday and my tattoo. I got my tattoo. I could
Did
show
we get
that
any
off.
calls or anything?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's right.
I always forget to like post it up
Kendrell
there.
surely called us. I mean, come on.
He called that one time and I showed it off. What are you doing, Donnie?
I'm looking at this.
Isn't it
I couldn't
pretty?
see it because you didn't put the
You can move it
product in.
closer.
Did I mention last time that I answered the phone when he called the shop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you talked
yeah.
about that last
Just
time.
randomly.
You might flip that switch or turn that knob because I'm sure the exhaust fan's off by now. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Actually,
Yeah, I got
prob-
my
probably gotta
tattoo.
leave in a few minutes, like 10 minutes.
I do want to show the people.
Oh, are you leaving too?
tattoo.
I'm going back to work.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say, damn, Donnie, you leaving early.
No, I'm taking a break.
Bourbon.
Ugh, I keep clicking the wrong buttons. You guys just keep talking.
Stop
I'm
it,
gonna-
Bryan.
I'm gonna pull up my.
Stop it. We need a special guest or something. Who's a special guest? Who can be a special guest?
You. You're a special guest. Are you so used to doing it live now that you don't know what to say?
Right? Yeah, I'm like, what am I talking about?
So the cool thing about doing it not live is when we're recording, it just feels like it flows better.
Yeah.
When we're doing it live, we're constantly looking at the damn screen, trying to answer people's questions. I can't read when I'm doing this for some reason.
Bryan,
I
you
can't
can't
read
read
it all.
anyway. Come on. Where did all my cigar cutters go?
Oh, they're over there. They're over there. Look, right there. Ooh. I moved them because I had to clean the table because it was dirty. I'm trying to get to pictures. Just chill for a second. Hopefully, there's no dirty pictures in here.
That label looked like it said fart on it. I think it said
Trying to
frat.
find the pictures of my. Did I already?
Where the hell is your tattoo picture? So there it is, fart. FedEx label.
What the hell? Should be in here.
Dang, Bryan, how many pictures you take on your phone?
All right,
See the
maybe
twisted
maybe
T?
it's not in there. All right, no, never mind. Okay.
You gotta go.
If I go any further on it, it's gonna be weird.
You gotta get on the Facebook.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, I got a tattoo. It was the one I showed on the last show, where it was the little tribal drum set thing I've got on the back of my calf. It was for my birthday, and then I really
Should have got the stick figure guy.
maybe I'll do a stick figure. Maybe
on the other calf.
maybe I could do a stick figure on the drum set. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Why don't you get a Sundown After Dark tattoo?
I'm not that
Dude.
committed.
Get a tramp stamp. That's the logo for Sundown After Dark.
Oh, that's disgusting.
If we reach 2 million viewers,
Oh,
2
dude,
million
I would totally.
subscribers.
At that
if
point,
we reach 2 million
subscribers.
Bryan
Reach 2
will
million
get.
subscribers.
I'm looking at the screen. I realize that I don't need to be
No.
because it's not live. I'm not looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is weird. We haven't done a recording
hold
in a
on.
while. But
Here, you can talk to that screen now.
There we go.
It's okay.
Hey,
well, I
screen.
was gonna say 2 million subscribers. Bryan gets a tramp stamp. Sundown After Dark.
I would. I would totally.
I still
do
think you
that.
need to get the words "your mom's name" or something tattooed on your
I
ass.
actually talked. Okay, when we were when I was getting my tattoo, I mentioned that to the tattoo guy, and I asked him, I was like, when you have to do other bodily parts, parts on a man, when a man is tattooing another man, he generally doesn't want to touch certain areas.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you have to. I asked him, does he charge any extra? He didn't really give me an answer.
For touching genitalia.
For like having a tattoo around a man's part that you don't want to be near. Yeah, your genitalia, your asshole, your ass, your balls.
Don't they teach that in like tattoo school?
I'm sure.
Isn't that like a whole class? Like what we do when we get around genitalia we don't like
in general,
101.
I just wonder if they charge more for that. And I would, if I was a tattoo artist, I would. Like, hey, there's an extra $10 an hour fee for me having to be near your asshole for an hour.
Oh, man, I saw a funny joke I got to say, speaking of tattoos on butt cheeks. Hold on, let me find it.
So should doctors also have to pay for?
They make enough already. We're good. They get paid to tickle buttholes. They're good. Wait, have you ever had that done yet?
No.
God, it sucks. I've had it done twice.
I gotta read you guys this joke. This is from my buddy Roger that I met in Ecuador. He's from Scotland.
Okay. That's odd. Okay.
So yeah, he goes, he says, a guy traveling through the U.S. on vacation lost his wallet and all of his ID. He had to cut his trip short, and he tried to make his way home, but he got stopped in Canadian customs. The Canadian customs guy says, "Can I see your ID?" He goes, "I'm sorry, but I lost my wallet." "Sorry, buddy, I hear that every day. No idea, no entry." So he goes, "But I can prove I'm Canadian. I have a picture of Celine Dion tattooed on one side of my butt and Shania Twain on the other."
Wow.
So the guy says, "This I got to see." So the dude drops his pants, and the agent goes, "Holy shit, you're right. Have a safe trip." And he goes, "But how'd you know I was from Ontario?" The agent replied, "I recognized Justin Trudeau in the middle."
Oh, man. The asshole.
He's calling the President Trudeau an asshole.
Okay, I gotcha. I was like, who's that?
Yeah,
That's
so-
Canadian.
Yeah, he's like a Scottish dude, but he lived in Canada for a while, and he moved to Ecuador, and I drank beer with him down there.
So it seems like Canada is more full of more recent
Yeah,
what's
sure.
that? What's
Immigrants?
That word? Immigrants. There you go. Immigrants. There was a big war in Vietnam that had something to do with France, and then a bunch of those people went to Canada. Like
What?
Toronto is full of Vietnamese.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. I used to know some. That's how I know. I'm not the master of weird facts. It's just some weird shit. So there's a lot of Vietnamese in Canada. A lot of French, obviously. You got you got the whole. Was that Quebec?
Donnie's been to Canada.
What's that?
Twice.
What's that?
I'm just
I went to Canada one time.
just watching you, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Get to the point.
I drove to Canada.
You did,
to get
and
the
you had a
tariff.
good time too. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you audio boys."
Right at the border, people. I thought we were gonna get like beat up or something. They're like, "Where's the doc page for this car? What's this for? What are you doing?" "Oh, we're just putting speakers in it. We're not. Oh, you guys, stamp. Get out of here."
Yeah.
Did they check it for drugs at least?
And I was like, I got 18 batteries in the bed of the truck. Do you want to see those? No, you audio guys, you just get your audio car out of here.
Right.
I could have bombs in the bag,
Get your audio car out of here.
And that was it. Then we went to the next, because you had to do Canada and U.S. The U.S. guy was the same thing. "What are you doing?" I just bought this car. I'm gonna put speakers and stuff in it. I'm not driving it. "Oh, okay, whatever." Boom, click. Here you go.
I didn't go.
That came from Arillo, didn't it?
I didn't go
He built
back
it.
that way because you went through
Near New York.
the falls.
Yeah,
Niagara
Falls.
Niagara Falls. Yeah. We went back through the Michigan.
Yeah, that shit comes full circle, man. Like Murillo built that, and then he sold it to somebody up there, and then I bought it. Now Murillo works for me.
It's a French car, but it was in Brazil.
It's a Spanish car.
Oh, it's Spanish, but it ended up in Brazil, and then to Canada,
And then to Canada.
and then in America.
Then it was the first super street
I don't even
vehicle
remember
in the
who
world
has that.
to do a 172.
I don't even remember who has that.
Derek
vehicle
knows who
anymore.
has it, and it's quieter than we had. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I don't know either.
But yeah, so now Murillo's working for us. So he's doing some Clipple stuff for me, and we have a new shallow I'm working on.
His Clippo is coming. His Clippo is coming this way.
It
at
will
some point,
once
right?
once restrictions ease up.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. We're gonna build a room around that bitch.
So
we have a lot of empty rooms.
I got the shallow that we're working on. The 12 is less than 2 inches deep.
Jesus, 2 inches. That's not even enough to satisfy a woman.
Yeah, Bryan would know.
That's right. So you're saying my wiener's big then?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
It's 12 inches around.
So this, you were working on something a couple months ago, and
The SML series.
all right. Now is that going to come to fruition now that you're looking at this other thing?
Yeah, because there's different levels to
We're
everything.
gonna have so many woofers to remember.
So
Ugh.
you got the SD4, which is our underhung sound quality shallow. SLD, which is the shallowest you can get and still have a woofer you can just beat the hell out of.
Yep.
And I have the SML, which is like over an inch shallower, like an inch and a half shallower than those.
Okay.
Quite a bit shallower. Still relatively abuse resistant, versatile. And then this ultra shallow is like, if you just cannot fit anything else, this is what you're going to use.
Right.
I don't know what to call it yet.
I don't
Maybe
know.
the BW for Brian's wiener,
Do it. Oh my God, you have to now. And I'll sign each one.
Maybe
Was
it
Number each one.
I'll
too.
40,
mushroom
48.
stamp.
I think it's 48 millimeters.
I'll mushroom stamp every one of them.
Should we leave that in the video?
Nick's gonna watch this later. He's like, God damn it, guys.
Maybe we should cut that part out.
Nah, I ain't cutting nothing out. We're gonna have fun. All right. Well, we could just end it here.
I'm good.
I do have to go back to work at at some point today. It is a little earlier in the day.
Yep.
So.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you very much, folks, for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
I hope you guys check out Stereo Integrity. Have a good day.
Yep.